Yeah, I guess you're just gonna have to say, fair play to you, Magnus. That was a nasty piece trap. You called for that bishop a4 move, and I didn't fully appreciate at the time that the knight in the center of the board would truly have no squares. Really, really well played game, and that sucks the life out of you. As Jospin, what a momentum! Another game. You're really making the comeback, getting a couple wins in, and then that happens. Goodbye.
Now Jose is challenging Magnus on the grounds of World Championship 2018 preparation. G4 is wild. Do you know anything about this move? Because I have never seen it before.
I know nothing about pawn to G4. I have absolutely seen pawn to G4 in the Sicilian against this E5, D6 structure, but never this early.
Because the ideas generally are, if I back up just the move, before the move G4, white can choose to play C4, A4, choose where to put this knight. Black will slowly develop an initiative. Against G4 is just a very arrogant way of saying, I'm not going to let you play the move F5. There is just absolutely nothing that you can do. And there you go. I mean, he's not playing F5, ever. Maybe.
Yeah, don't count on it. I feel like if Magnus plays F5 this game, that should count as a win just on its own.
Oops. Sorry about that. I opened up our Windows menu there, and the menu should be how many good moves does white have in the position. Yeah, look.
H3 or G5? Or Rook G1 even.
Yeah. After you go G4, kind of sucks to play H3, but
it does, yeah. Not the move I want. I want Rook G1, or I just direct G5.
Well, Jose will probably spend 40 seconds here.
If we go, I was gonna say, if we go Rook G1, that was looking pretty okay to me. Maybe Black would try H5. I guess the upside of the move H3 is that if and when I play G5, G4 is off limits, so there's no using that square for any other piece.
But I guess the same was true with Rook G1.
So. Yes, H3 is more of like a absolutely no way, and Rook G1 is like, well, my queen still has to watch over that square as well. But yeah, that is true.
And he did spend 39.1 seconds, not 40. But now Magnus will decide if he wants to castle, if he's worried about what's going on here. I mean, I must say, white's position looks pleasant. H6 is a mighty committal move. Is the idea to go knight H7?
Okay. I think it's a move that just doesn't want to deal with G5, plain and simple. But I think it's always a concession whenever you have to meet G4 with H6, because then it's like, well, white benefited from having it included.
And now black will try to create his own counterplay on this side of the board. I would not be equipped to launch the counterplay here. Maybe there is a rook sack. That's generally kind of how black gets the counterplay going in some capacity in the Sicilian defense. Jospin might be staring at a situation like, right, King B1, Rook C3, and
for sure. I think it is a blunder to not play Rook takes C3. Not because Rook takes C3 leads to a specific win, but it is the essence of the position. To not play it is simply an error.
Yeah, Tal would be watching somewhere in the heavens, just absolutely losing his mind. Rook C3 doesn't appear on the board, and with the queen on A5 and knight on D5 and bishop on E6, like, it's mate for white.
Yep, I'm taking it for sure. If I see King B1, snap.
For sure. Now Jospin probably is, there you go.
Got to respect it. And we might see B5, continuing things there. Castling is, I mean, you want to activate the pieces, so I understand, but at the same time, you're handing over full reign for Rook G1, H4, G5, also knight E4, taking with the queen, perhaps.
All these moves look so nice. Like, if black were to castle here against me, again, it's one of those things. someone castles against you and you're stronger than them, you're like, oh, they just completely don't underestimate my attack. Magnus castles, you start doubting, you start questioning life, wondering like what you're missing, and he goes b5. Now king b1.
Yeah, b4 knight e4 is an easy decision to make.
d5 is hanging there, but then it's complete chaos. a6 hangs.
That's true. I feel like my instinct is like, oh, I must be okay because black's not castled. But yeah, you always got to calculate those exactly. I am annoyed to not be able to play h4 g5.
Yeah. Oh, I had a slight disconnection there. I'm still good, right? I'm still here.
Oh yeah, I've got you here in the flesh. You know, I couldn't even tell, Levy. I thought that was just a commentator's pause to let the position sink in.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to let a Sicilian sit. That's all it is. But I was trying to draw arrows, and I got a big flashing Wi-Fi notification. Speaking of which, this will probably be the last game. So Jose hoping to get on the board with 2.5 or even 3 points would be insane if it was 5-3. That would be a moment to rejoice for him. And he can do it, man. I mean, it's a Sicilian. These things get crazy real fast.
And here we go. We're going to go down this variation. Knight takes d5. Now, with that extra queen move on c7, feeling a little bit better, I think. Yeah, bishop takes a6. There's queen c2. Maybe that's not even the best move, but it looks pretty good. For
sure. That is a major difference. And this is kind of like a poker bluff. This is really like, did you really think you had something after knight t5? Jose is kind of raising his eyebrows. He might have missed queen c2. Like, I don't know what he thought he had here. But it's interesting because b4 was actually okay. So the knight must have had to go to e2 or something.
Right. And then the bishop moving, you know, it can move to different squares. Maybe the knight can reposition just to g3 and f5, making me think, is knight g3 an option after knight e4? Like, now that we're here?
There it is.
Oh, well, there we go. Don't know if it's a good move, but hey, clearly he didn't plan for this pawn to be lost, and his bluff got called. So now he's got to make something out of this.
I still feel like I like White's position because I like to play on hope a bit. You have the open center, you have open lines, but on the other side is a guy he's gonna try to defend and will probably succeed. But last game, it didn't happen.
Yeah, I think that if you're Jocelyn, you want to be in this spot though. You want to have Magnus, you know, flying close to the sun. Yes, he's getting away with this, but he's not castling, and you know that there are going to be some tactics flaring up here for someone. So yeah, may as well take him.
Bishop e6 is a nice resilient move, just improving, defending. You know, with white, you want to go h4 g5. You also want to go rook e1. But black is also looking, by the way, for a checkmate. So time is ticking.
Yeah, and I wonder just how close we might be to that checkmate. Knight c3, bishop takes a2, and then queen a5, and pawn takes on c3 back. That, you know, your arrows, I was starting to believe them there.
Yeah, it would be cool if you even had a queen a2. Bishop f5, Jose going for it. Rook d5 ideas in the air. Obviously, it doesn't quite work with the bishop taking. But, oh, and now Magnus castles. And now suddenly with white, you realize, wait a minute, I wanted my knight here and I wanted my checkmate. Where is my checkmate? But knight c3 is coming him on. Knight c3 is...
Yeah, knight c3 looks pretty good. I'm wondering really how you handle this one.
Oh, you give up a rook, but that's not going to cut it.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you're just taking material. You can even, I was going to say, grab on g5. So he's going to go all in here. With 10 seconds and a dream, the portion clock has expired in the 5+1 section. So this is it. This is the last one here.
And there it is. Resignation, counterattack complete. Magnus Carlsen leads 6-2. Aman, it was close for a moment. 4-2. Jose Martinez with a great win, but Magnus strike.